We all know there's only one test that counts, and that's a taste test. I mean, seriously, this is that good, it is illegal. Hi, I'm Schuey, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to roast a bone-in leg of lamb. I'm going to show you how long to cook it for to create the perfect roast lamb. There is one golden rule that I found when cooking lamb, although I'm not giving it away this early in the video. So just sit back, grab a drink or two, and let's get into it. Now what you need to ask your butcher for is a bone-in leg of lamb. Like this 2.2 kilogram leg of lamb I picked up from Gippsland Premium Meats. Aussie lamb is best. Now they can sometimes have an excessive amount of fat on the outside that just won't render down. But this one looks good and there's no need to trim any fat off. Using a sharp knife, I like to cut a crisscross pattern in the fat and the flesh, taking care not to cut any deeper than 5 millimeters. We're just trying to create a little bit of more surface area for our rub to penetrate the meat. Think of this piece of paper just like the flesh of the lamb. By slicing into it, we now create more surface area. To season lamb, I love to use citrus and herbs. So into a shaker, I'm going to put some kosher salt, some lemon pepper, some rosemary, some oregano, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. Then give this a good shake up. Now to start with, we can rub some olive oil all over the leg of lamb, making sure to turn it all over because this is going to help our seasoning stick. And now giving the leg a nice generous coating of our seasoning. Rub it into those little score marks. Making those slits is a great little trick, but it's not the golden rule. That's still coming. Surely we're going to need some homemade gravy if we're cooking a roast. Into a pan, we're going to add 3 roughly chopped onions, skin and all. By leaving the skin on, we actually get a deeper, richer colour to our gravy. Once our barbecue's ready, we'll add that in between the charcoal grates with some water. That's right, the skin of the onion is going to affect the colour of the gravy and give a nice deep, rich colour. Since we're straining out the onion at the end of it, we may as well use it. Today, I'm going to be using a 57 centimetre Weber kettle and I'm going to be pairing it up with some charcoal baskets because I want to be setting up for roasting at temps of 220 degrees and above today. And how I'll do that is by filling a charcoal starter with briquettes and lighting that up. Once they're all ashed over, I'll grab the 2 charcoal baskets, place them in the centre of the charcoal grill and dump all the lit fuel in. I'll then move the charcoal baskets to either side of the charcoal grate, also adding the pan of onions in between them and also adding the 3 cups of warm water. I'll then put the grill in place and put the lid on, making sure all the vents are wide open, and I'm going to give that 10 minutes to warm up. 10 minutes is more than enough time for you to go and like this video. I know I'd appreciate it a lot, and by all means, let me know in the comments if you did like the video. Finally, time to get the leg of lamb into the Weber. So just place it in between the 2 charcoal baskets on the cooking grate, add an internal temp probe, and placing the lid back on, making sure the lid vent is to one side of the roast for the first hour of the cook. Now just set the temp probe to 59 degrees Celsius. Hopefully by now you've subscribed to the channel, and while you're there, hit that bell button. That bell button is going to allow you to be notified every time I upload a new video. We are 1 hour into this cook, so it is time to spin the lid 180 degrees. This is just going to ensure that we get an even cook. We'll let that keep cooking while we find something to amuse ourselves with. Did you know there's a Schueys Facebook page and Instagram account? You do now, so go and join. Today we are cooking with an indirect heat of 220 degrees and above, and our entire cook for a 2.2 kilo lamb is going to take around about an hour and a half. Or for those of you who like to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 3 beer cook. Sorry, they can't all be 14 beer cooks. The leg of lamb has reached an internal temp of 59 degrees Celsius. So we can get it off the heat and allow it to rest under some heavy foil. Allow the lamb to rest for at least 30 minutes. That internal temp's going to keep rising and it will hit 63 degrees Celsius, and that is that perfect medium doneness. That's it. That's the golden rule. Let lamb rest for longer. It makes all the difference. Trust me, you'll be thanking me later. While the lamb is resting, we can now make our gravy. Put the pan with the onions over a medium to high heat, and to that I'm going to add some beef stock and some white wine. And carefully scraping the bottom of the pan just to loosen everything up. Now we're just going to allow the alcohol to cook off for a little bit. We want to get this to a simmer, and then we're going to let it simmer away for about 10 or 15 minutes, just to allow that level of liquid to reduce a little bit. After that's been simmering away for 10 to 15 minutes, I'll then strain it. And over a low heat in another pan, I'm going to add some unsalted butter and let that melt. Then I'm going to whisk in some flour until I have a nice nutty brown sort of mixture. I'll then add that to our gravy mix and whisk that in over a low heat until our gravy thickens. Once you're happy with its consistency, just give it a good pinch of salt and some fine pepper. Give it a quick whisk and taste. Oh, that is incredible. Add that to a serving jug. You are seriously going to like this gravy. The aroma is driving me crazy. It is finally time to cut into this leg of lamb. Oh, this smells incredible. Look at that. Seriously, how good does that look? If you could only smell this through the camera, let alone taste it. You know I'm going to say it. That is so good, it should be illegal. Don't mind me while I eat it all. As always, cheers for watching.